You know those people you meet, maybe just once, and they instantly make you feel, well, genuinely seen, at ease.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just get you without needing a lot of words.
Yeah, definitely.
And then there are others, right? You could interact with them countless times and you still
Mm.
feel kind of invisible or, just nothing much.
Right, like the connection just isn't there.
Exactly. So is that just luck? Some kind of innate charm they were born with? Or is it maybe a skill, something we could all actually learn?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into some really remarkable source material that kind of unpacks this mystery. We're exploring this often overlooked secret, maybe, to building instant goodwill and making connections that actually feel meaningful.
Yeah.
Our mission here is really to pull out the practical wisdom from these insights, give you not just the what, but the how, actionable steps you can use to enrich your interactions, everywhere, work, home, everywhere.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how our source material, it's presented as this thoughtful dialogue, almost like a teacher and student figuring things out. It cuts right to the heart of human interaction.
Okay.
It doesn't just float theories, it challenges us, makes us look past those surface level exchanges we have all the time and ask, what do people really want? What do they crave in their daily communication?
So it's digging deeper than just like pleasantries.
Exactly. And it's crucial to get this. This isn't about just being liked superficially, not about popularity contest.
Right.
It's about fostering real, authentic connection. It can actually reduce friction, smooth things over, and boost self-esteem, not just for the other person, but kind of surprisingly for you too.
Okay, let's unpack that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've all felt it, right? That spark or the lack of it.
Mm-hmm.
Our sources start with the student asking pretty much that exact question. But the teacher turns it around.
Mm-hmm.
Poses these counter questions that really stick with you. Yep. Like, what makes a postal worker, probably tired, middle of a long shift, suddenly light up? What makes their face just change?
Okay, I can picture that.
Or think about a room full of people. Why do some really eloquent speakers, great with words, still fail to connect? While someone else maybe says very little, just brings this incredible warmth, this presence.
That's interesting. It's not just about what's said.
Feels like they're touching something deeper, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. The student in the dialogue actually suggests that it's about touching what's important to the other person.
Oh, okay.
But the teacher pushes further, like, what do people truly crave day to day? Is it just information, transaction, or is it something more fundamental, like that deep feeling of being valued?
Valued, okay.
And these questions, they point right to this universal human desire, the craving to feel important.
A craving, even.
Yeah, the sources strongly suggest that the secret, if you want to call it that, to instant goodwill, it lies in sincerely awakening that sense of I matter, I am important in the person you're talking to.
That phrase, craving to feel important, it
Yeah.
really resonates. But I gotta ask, for a lot of us, hearing makes someone feel important can sound a bit like, well, flattery or even manipulation.
That's a really important point, a crucial one.
How do the sources handle that?
They hit it head on. There's a huge caveat. This must be done sincerely, genuinely, with zero ulterior motive, no expectation of getting something back.
So no hidden agenda.
None. That genuine intention, that's the bedrock. If you're thinking, what's in it for me? You've already lost the plot. It's about truly seeing and acknowledging the inherent worth in another person. Full stop.
Finding that authentic place within yourself first.
Okay.
And this isn't just theory, right? The sources use stories, anecdotes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what makes them so powerful. They're full of these relatable moments, these little stories that just click.
Like the postal worker you mentioned.
Exactly. So the story goes, this postal worker, looking exhausted, someone offers a simple, specific compliment about her hairstyle.
Just visit, okay.
And boom, instantly her face transforms. A wide, genuine smile. Just a few seconds of real recognition, and it lifts her whole day, boosts her self-esteem. It shows how, like, a tiny bit of genuine attention can make such a big impact.
Wow. And if a small compliment can do that, what about, say, empowering someone, giving them responsibility? The sources talk about a charity concert.
Yes, great example. The atmosphere was apparently quite strained. tense.
Hmm.
And the manager, instead of just giving orders, empowered her team. She specifically asked Rose to handle the money real trust there and Jane to guide people to the drink station, gave them specific valued
So
roles.
they felt important, trusted.
Exactly. And because everyone felt valued, like they had a meaningful part to play, the whole event just flowed. Tension gone, it's subtle, but the shift in dynamic is huge.
Putting trust first, that's powerful.
Yeah.
And it works beyond just like team management or quick interactions.
Right.
There's a story about a writer, Hall Caine.
Yeah. Amazing story. He was just a young guy, provincial, not well known. He wrote an article expressing sincere admiration for the poet Dante Gabriel Rossetti, just genuine appreciation for his work.
Okay.
And that single act of recognition, that article, it opened a door. Rossetti noticed him. It literally changed the course of Caine's life, propelled him towards becoming a famous writer himself.
Wow. Just from expressing genuine admiration.
It's a testament to how powerful sincere acknowledgement can be. It can literally redirect a life, open doors you never imagined.
And sometimes the impact is smaller scale, more personal, but just as deep. Like the story of little Chris.
Ah, yes, little Chris. Such a simple one, but so effective. Just one phrase from his teacher. You can do it.
Yeah.
And the source says he literally stood an inch taller, just puffed up with confidence. And there was a sign in the classroom. You are important. The point wasn't just for the kids to see it.
It is for the teacher.
Yes. A constant reminder for the teacher. See each child. Value them as individuals. Offer that specific uplifting recognition. Don't just teach the group. See the person.
That's lovely. And even in the, cut and thrust world of business, George Eastman, Kodak.
Right. Classic story. A potential client comes to see Eastman. Big meeting. High stakes.
And instead of jumping straight into the sales pitch,
The client starts by genuinely appreciating Eastman's office. Not fake flattery, but specific observations. The English oak, the elegant design, the clean lines. Things Eastman clearly valued.
so connecting on a human level first, about something Eastman cared about.
Precisely. It showed respect, showed he was observant. It wasn't about manipulation, it was authentic appreciation. And that opened the door. Not just to a friendly chat, but to lunch. And eventually, a huge order. Connection first, business second.
It makes sense. And maybe the most moving example, the hotel in Rouen. An employee about to quit.
Yeah, really poignant. This employee was ready to walk out, handed in her notice.
What changed her mind?
The owner gathered the team and said very directly, "You mean a lot to me in this hotel," specifically acknowledging her value and the value of the team.
Wow. Just hearing that
As
explicitly.
she stayed, it underlines this critical point the sources make. Skilled people often leave jobs not just over money, but because they stop feeling valued. They don't feel important anymore. The cost of not providing that recognition, it can be enormous.
Looking at all these stories, the postal worker, the concert, Hall Caine, Little Chris, Eastman, the hotel employee, they're all so different. But
Yeah.
what's the common thread? What's the core truth here?
Well, what's really striking is how each one, whether it's mundane or life-altering, shows the massive impact of acknowledging someone's value, their inherent worth. And it's usually not about big, grand gestures. It's often small, specific acts of recognition, things that show you're paying attention.
So it's not just good manners.
No, it goes way deeper. It taps into that fundamental psychological drive we all have to be seen, to be heard, to be respected for who we are and what we do.
That makes perfect sense.
True.
But, okay, if this craving to feel important is so universal and recognition is so powerful, why do we sometimes react badly to praise? That feeling when flattery just feels hollow or even kind of insulting.
Right. We've all felt that cringe, haven't we?
Yeah.
And this is a really important distinction the sources make. People are, and they put it bluntly, allergic to flattery.
Okay.
Our brains are incredibly good, like finely tuned detectors for insincerity. We can tell the difference between specific, truthful, context-appropriate recognition
For real deal.
and vague, generic, possibly manipulative flattery. We pick up on the tone, the lack of specific detail, the feeling that it's not really about us.
So specific praise feels good because it shows genuine observation, like you actually paid attention.
Exactly. You invested your focus. That attention is the respect. Vague compliments feel empty because they lack that investment. Sincere recognition builds self-esteem. Hollow flattery triggers suspicion.
It's about the authenticity, the attention behind the words. Okay, so authentic praise is vital. What about when you need something from someone, like asking for help or delegating? Can this principle work there too?
Absolutely. And this is another key piece. Beyond praise, the sources talk about empowering others.
Empowering, how does that work?
Well, When you ask for help or delegate, think about how you ask. Using respectful language like, would you kindly lend your expertise here, or could you take charge of this part? Your insight would be invaluable.
Instead of just, can you do this?
Right. You're not just asking for help, you're actively giving them trust. You're conferring a kind of psychological status. You're saying, I see your capability and I trust it.
And that makes people want to live up to it.
It really does. That feeling of being trusted, being seen as capable, it makes people want to rise to the occasion.
It connects right back to the golden rule, doesn't it? Treat others how you want to be treated.
Exactly. We all want to be seen, heard, respected.
And the sources say this craving for recognition is one of our strongest drives.
One of the strongest, most pervasive human drives.
Yep.
And the good news is we can actively feed that drive in others, constructively and sincerely.
Which brings us to the practical side. Because the great thing about this deep dive is that the sources don't just leave us with ideas. They give us actual things to do, like 5 concrete practices.
Yes, 5 minimalist but really impactful practices, things you can start doing, like right now, today.
Okay, let's break them down. What's the first one?
First is observe, name, recognize.
Observe, name, recognize. Meaning?
Actively look for specifics, tangible things. Someone's unique style, how they arranged something thoughtfully, a quiet effort they made that might go unnoticed. Then, name that specific thing you observed.
So don't just think, nice job. Find the detail.
Exactly. Avoid generic stuff. Instead of, good job, try. I really noticed how meticulously you organized that spreadsheet. It made finding the data so much easier. Link the observation to its impact or value.
That takes conscious effort, though, to really see those details, especially when we're busy. What's the trap here?
The trap is being vague or just describing without connecting it to value. Like saying, you finished the report. Okay, factual. But saying, getting that report done so quickly and thoroughly really helped us meet the deadline, thank you. That has impact. It shows you see the effort and its consequence.
Got it. Detail plus impact. Okay, practice number 2.
Second, praise sincerely, specifically, timely.
Sincerely, specifically.
Yeah.
And timely. Meaning don't wait.
Don't wait. If you see something good, say something. Be direct, be specific about what you're praising, make sure it's genuine, and do it soon after the event. Don't save it all up for a performance review.
So in that meeting example, if someone explained something well,
You'd say right after or later that day, hey, I really appreciated how clearly you broke down that complex idea in the meeting. It helped me understand it much better. Specificity makes it credible, timeliness makes it relevant, sincerity makes it land.
makes sense. Okay, third practice.
Yeah.
Ties into what you said earlier.
Yes. Number 3, empower with respectful language. When you ask for help or delegate, frame it as entrusting them. Acknowledge their capabilities.
Right, turning the request into an affirmation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of just, can you handle this? Could you please take the lead on this section? I know you're really strong on the details and I'd value your judgment here. You're conferring trust and status, not just assigning work.
Makes the other person feel valued before they even start. I like that. Fourth practice.
Fourth, touch what they cherish.
Touch what they cherish. Like their prized possessions. Or deeper than that.
It can be possessions, yes, but also memories, passion projects, their kids, their life's work, something they're deeply proud of. Show genuine interest and respect for what matters to them personally.
So asking about that photo on their desk or the marathon they ran, not just work stuff, why is that so powerful?
Because you're acknowledging their whole self, not just their role. You're saying, I see what's important to you beyond this immediate context. It validates their passions, their history, their identity. It connects on a much deeper human level.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And the fifth one, which feels really foundational.
Number 5, give without an invoice.
Meaning?
Never let your praise, your recognition, your act of empowerment feel like a transaction. Don't imply they owe you something now. Give it freely.
Because expecting something back taints it.
Completely.
Yeah.
It creates this subtle or not so subtle pressure. When you offer recognition or trust freely with no strings attached, it's a pure gift. It builds authentic connection because the person feels genuinely seen and valued, not like they're being buttered up or put on the spot.
So the reward for doing this is actually the act itself, the feeling of having genuinely lifted someone up.
That's a huge part of it, yes. That feeling of having made a positive difference, creating a space where someone feels genuinely valued, that's incredibly rewarding in itself. The goodwill it builds is a natural outcome, not the calculated goal.
It's about fostering dignity, really.
Exactly. Creating an environment where people feel seen and can be their best.
So wrapping this up, What does it all mean for you listening right now? The core message from this deep dive seems pretty clear, remarkably simple but powerful. Make others feel important sincerely.
Hmm.
And the sources give us a challenge, right? Try 3 small things today, starting now. First, praise something specific in a stranger you interact with, maybe the barista who nails your complicated order, or someone holding a door.
Just a small, specific observation.
Second, send a quick, heartfelt thank you, use their name, to someone who's helped you out, maybe in a quiet way you haven't acknowledged before.
Yeah, make it personal.
And third, find an opportunity to empower someone, colleague, friend, family member. Ask for their help respectfully, entrusting them with something based on their unique strengths.
And just notice what happens, both in them and in you.
And think about the bigger picture, the ripple effect.
Yeah, the sources throw out this provocative idea: if every single person just increased their genuine appreciation by 1%, society might see a 10% reduction in conflict.
Wow, 1% for 10%.
It's a big claim, but it makes you think about the cumulative power of small, positive interactions. So if this resonated, maybe share it. You really never know whose kind of invisible thirst for recognition you might quench today.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. What if the most profound way to connect isn't actually about making sure you are seen? What if it's about genuinely making someone else feel truly seen, truly valued in that moment, truly important? How might that one conscious shift change your world and theirs, starting right now?